Okay, this is about the election in Gabon. Let's go check it out. Hi guys. Hello. Do you guys want to see a recount? Is that, or do you just want Ali recount of the votes, or just Ali Bongo out?
Ali Bongo out.
You think Jean Ping is good?
Yeah.
Some people told me Jean Ping used to work with Ali Bongo or Omar Bongo. Is it true? But now he's.
Yeah. You know, at the time he was working with him, he was a dictator, you know. So it's either you work with him or you either get killed if you're against him. So we don't care, we don't know.
Sure. What do you think of how the UN has been dealing? I'm a journalist, so I've been asking them questions whether they want to recount. All they said is this guy Bathily, they have a guy there. He's going to work with Debbie of Chad. I don't know. What do you think they're doing a good job or not?
He refused to receive them.
Oh, he wouldn't?
Yeah, he didn't want to receive them. He refused to wait.
That has to count against him in the AU then, maybe. But it's bad. Some people, do you think there's a lot, is it sort of like a precedent? There's a lot of leaders coming up for election. If they let him get away with this one, they can do it in DRC, they can do it any place.
I mean, we hope it's not going to turn out that way.
Right. Are all of you from Gabon? Or
Yeah.
And you live in New York?
Yeah.
All right, good. How many Gabonese are there in New York, more or less?
We just started.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
It's the same
Too much.
family for 50 years. Oh, how many Gabonese people here?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
I think around 100.
Yeah. Well, I give you a lot of credit.
Only.
Yeah. I covered a protest here of Burundi. They don't have a lot of people here, but they're very heartfelt. But you guys are, I mean, I've seen it a number of days out here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't know, do you think it's blowing over? I hear on the news now things are returning to calm in Libreville, everything is...
I mean, for now, it's calm. We don't know what's going on tonight, though.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, we don't know. And our families that are back home, they're scared, you know?
Sure.
I mean, at this point, it's not a political issue. There are people getting killed, and we have pictures.
Yep.
It's shocking. This never happened in the movie.
What about France's role? Do you think, not to give them too much power, but...
So far, they're not really investing themselves into it. They all the other countries, they're asking for a recount.
Right.
That's what people are asking them to do. You know.
Well, they have a lot of companies there. That's what I heard. I mean, as opposed to some other countries, they have Total, all different...
Able to do. They have oil companies there too. Not only French people.
Well, when they decide that it's better for them to have democracy, then they'll go for it. Not to,
I mean,
you know.
Nobody wants to see Gabon is fighting.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, I was there. They had a Security Council meeting, but it was very quiet. There was a briefing, everything, you know. They were deeply concerned. They called. I don't know if Jean Ping filed the appeal. Do you know if he did or not?
He did.
He did? Okay.
At the Constitutional Court.
Right.
He did.
Well, we'll see how that one works out. Here's this. You might think it's unrelated, but I see it as related. Ban Ki-moon, the head of the UN, he just named his own son-in-law as the head of the UN system in Kenya.
Oh.
Nobody said anything. So it made me think of Omar and Ali Bongo.
Oh, wow.
It's a smaller thing, but it's not. This is the problem everywhere in the world. It's basically, I mean, even you could say the Clintons, but I guess the election is fair. But
Gabon.
yeah,
That's too bad.
this is another guy. He's a photographer here in the UN.
Too bad. French have to change the system. Look at Gabon, look at Togo.
Yeah.
I'm from Ghana. But every time we fight for Togo, they want to kill us.
I heard a chant here the other day, something about something about Nigeria. Is there some kind of Nigeria, or maybe I misheard the chant. Really? Ah, okay, because it was like dégage-toi, go back to Nigeria. I thought they were just making a rhyme. But
You have to come next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Is he coming? I don't think so. Ali Bongo is going to come to the General Assembly? No way. If he does, Ping is going.
He will come. That
Someone
guy,
will. Yeah.
I think he owns the Africa.
Yeah. Well, then maybe he can get some, gather some support, because at least maybe from what I heard, 99%.
He's a good guy. He can, if he wants to speak, he can send this to everyone. He's not afraid of nobody.
I mean, the thing is, 99% turnout. That's what I heard. 99% turnout. Only 32 people didn't vote in the whole province.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bongo. That's that.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's. I mean.
Almost 95.
Yeah, I know. It's too much. It's too much.
At least that he can say, we cannot say.
Could Gabonese outside of the country vote or not?
We did.
You did?
Here.
Okay. You think this the poll here was fair, or they say 10,000 people voted for Ali
everybody
Bongo?
had phones.
Okay. Yeah, it's held over here.
Listen,
Right.
everybody had a phone.
But they
Yeah.
said that you
Here,
will agree.
in other countries, in Gabon, people stood there until they counted every single vote.
Right.
People recorded
Sure.
everything on their phone. People
Right.
have
I
pictures.
seen. I know. I saw some of that. But then what? I'm curious of this. I heard that they turned off the internet. I don't know if it's back.
Yeah.
How do you communicate to people back there?
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
phone call.
Uh-huh.
And only phone call, no SMS, no
WhatsApp,
app,
no-
no
That's
WhatsApp,
why
no
I'm here
Viber.
tweeting all this stuff about the UN and Gabon. Anyway, I'm just joking. Yeah, that's incredible. That's really
Let
that's
your people
that's
come out more.
yeah.
No, I mean,
Well,
more
there's-
people, you know, the thing is like people still have work.
Yeah.
You know, they go to work. They
Yeah,
Sure.
they have to come because you guys are not saying nothing.
We can't say
Yeah.
nothing. We
No.
don't have a permit for that.
I know, but you guys are not. Gabon doesn't come out.
It's,
What do you mean?
It's too long. It's too long. These guys have been in power for long.
Oh.
yeah.
So I'm very proud of you guys.
I saw there was a protest down in D.C. There was a hearing about South Sudan, and Gabonese showed up with signs, which is good because the U.S. cares about South Sudan because they have an involvement. I don't think the U.S. is very.
What they can do now,
They're not.
the world
They're not
has changed.
doing too
Don't
much.
be afraid. You have to speak up.
Yeah.
Good luck, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go too, but thanks a lot. Keep it up. Good luck. I'm going to keep. So that's it. That's a protest of the Gabonese in front of the UN. I'm broadcasting this on live. Take it live. These guys are,
Those guys are. That's it.
too much. Too much. All right, I'm going to get a bike. See you. I'll see you back in the bullpen. That was that. A brief interview of the Gabonese protesters. Maybe we'll call it quickly to a close, but that's what they said. They said that there's a small Gabonese community in New York. I don't need to recap it. You can watch the rebroadcast, at least for the next 24 hours. But it's sad. It's sad that I'll give them credit. Some people, when I covered a protest of Burundians, the first protest they had was very small, smaller than that. And the ambassador of Burundi, Albert Shinjiro, made fun of them. Went on Facebook and said, nobody cares. Hey, how are you doing? I don't want to limit responses to Gabonese, but this is a Gabonese protest. I was coming out of the UN to do something else, but inevitably, people standing with signs of corpses and signs, dégage-toi, Ali Bongo. I didn't know Ali Bongo is, they said he's from Nigeria. That's what they said. I thought it was just a rhyme with dégage-toi, Nigeria, but it seems like that's what they're saying. I don't know how much faith, I have heard this, that Jean Ping was with, I guess it's one of those countries where to get anywhere you had to work with the government, but whether this moment in time will lead to a greater openness remains to be seen, as does the role of the U.S. The U.S., says a lot of things about a lot of places. This seems like a pretty clear stolen election. Maybe there was, as they say, maybe on the Jean Ping side there were also some irregularities in voting. We don't know. Hello. But 99% turnout. Province of Ali Bongo is not credible. Fact that can be relied on. Now, if there's other provinces where Jean Ping's numbers are too high or strangely high, then there's that too. But the 99 figure seems to be a serious one. Now we've got somebody serious is on the move here. We might have to. This is pretty. It's a pretty strong. We'll go across the street to get away from these. Hadn't expected this. We'll let the periscope continue for just a moment here, because this is a lot of hyped up people. This could not just be for Miss Samantha Power. Maybe so. Who knows? We've got NYPD. We've got counterterrorism. We have a flashing car in front. Not to leave the Gabon issue behind, but something is afoot. And they're not just taking cash to an ATM machine, because they seem to have two guards on both sides of the car. couldn't be John Kerry. John Kerry is supposed to be meeting with Sergei Lavrov soon about Syria. Who could it be? We study the State Department daily schedule. Huh? We'll hang on a moment, and then we'll dégage toi, like they want Ali Bongo to do. We'll just hang tough here. Maybe it's all a drill, you know? Could be a drill. On this side, hang on. Sorry, I missed that comment. I was too concentrated on the possible VIP sighting at the mission. The doors are open, the guards are ready, the lights are flashing. It's all happening. But I will look at the screen and try to answer any question that a viewer may have about this UN street scene. Now, while we're at it, that's the UN. It's glinting. It looks pretty clean. It looks pretty clean on this Thursday in September, soon before the General Assembly. But I'm going to tell you, it's not clean. It's not clean inside. And when you ask questions about the mounting corruption of the Ban Ki-moon era, David Letterman is inside? All right, that's a comment. I'm not reporting that as news. I'm simply reading off my phone screen. David Letterman went to the UN? Possibly. I mean, anything is possible. We have a kind of a celebrity culture here. Still, I don't think David Letterman, from his Connecticut redoubt, would merit this kind of security, frankly. I know he had a stalker at one point, but you don't need counterterrorism for that. But I digress. UN corruption, the glinting building. What was it about? We'll tell you. Ban Ki-moon, in his final year, who knows, we've covered him throughout, and there's been a lot of problems. There's been a lot of sloppiness. But this final year has been the doozy of all doozies. Not only did the John Nash Eng Lap Seng case break and be totally covered up by the Secretariat, but Ban Ki-moon, to his mentor, Han Sang-soo, former Prime Minister of South Korea, he gave him a job. There's another guess. He gave him a job as a special envoy on water and disaster risk reduction. So it's a UN job with a UN passport. It's an Undersecretary General. And at the same time, he's on the board of directors of Standard Chartered Bank,